Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Now at 8:30, a pedestrian and a driver are in the hospital after a crash overnight. We'll have a live report coming up. 2 men are in the hospital following a stabbing overnight, and police are trying to sort out the details. And a Boyle County business owner is behind bars after a shooting in Danville. These stories and more, plus breaking news as it happens, coming up on WKYT this morning. Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Sean Moody.
And I'm Mike Linden. A beautiful start to the day so far, as you can see right behind Sean here. I mean, this is what it looks like outside right now. This might as well be a big window to the outside because it is just beautiful outside this morning. You can see the sun there in the bottom right-hand corner and not many clouds to go along with it. And if we look to what Defender is picking up on this morning, well, there's just not much to pick up on this morning up in the sky. It's actually what's down at the surface that has our concern this morning, because a dense fog advisory is in place for the southern Kentucky counties, pretty much along I-75 south there, cutting right through London and pushing eastward toward Hazard and into Perry County. So take it easy on those roadways this morning. Visibility more than likely close to zero this morning. So in about 10 minutes, here's what I'll be focusing on. Of course, what we have left for this weekend, but big changes arrive by the middle of the work week. I'll show you what I mean coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Mike. New this morning, 2 people are in the hospital after a car accident involving a pedestrian overnight. Police say a driver may face charges. WKYT's Mark Barber is live at UK Hospital covering our top story this morning.
Good morning, Sean. Police say 2 men were rushed here to UK Hospital around 11:30 last night after a truck slammed into a man crossing a street. Now, details are still limited at this time, but investigators are saying that the man was walking across Woodview Drive in Lexington when the truck crashed into him. We're told that the man and the person behind the wheel were both injured and were rushed to the hospital. At this time, police are not saying how seriously they are hurt. Now, officers tell me that they are still investigating, so they aren't saying who is at fault, but I am told that the driver of the truck could face charges. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Also new this morning, Lexington police are trying to sort out a stabbing incident overnight. It happened at an apartment on Alexandria Drive just before 4 o'clock this morning. Police say 2 men were taken to UK Hospital with cuts and stab wounds. One of the men, they say, was stabbed in the head. Investigators say they're still trying to piece together exactly what happened. Police are investigating a shooting in North Lexington. They tell us just before 9 o'clock last night, someone shot a man in the torso inside a home on Ward Drive. Police say when they got there, the shooter was inside the house. They arrested him and took the victim to the hospital. Police have no updates as of this morning.
He did have a single gunshot wound. He did appear stable when he left the scene, but I'm not sure what his condition is at this time. Police
are still trying to figure out what led to the shooting. A Central Kentucky man is in jail facing an attempted murder charge. Danville police say Jerry Mathis, the owner of Jerry's Body Shop in Danville, shot another business owner, Rick Cole, on Roy Arnold Boulevard Friday night during an argument. When police arrived, they say the 2 men were wrestling with a gun and Mathis shot Cole in the stomach. Cole is expected to be okay.
It's unfortunate that we have an incident like this, but hopefully Mr. Cole can survive those injuries, and it was reported to me they were not life-threatening, but I just heard he was in stable condition.
The police chief tells us there were employees in the shop at the time of the shooting. He says investigators are interviewing them. Fishermen in Henry County made a disturbing discovery. Kentucky State Police say they found a human arm. We're told they were fishing in the Lockport community when they discovered it on Friday. State Police didn't find any other body parts. They expect it to take some time before the coroner is able to identify the person who that arm belonged to.
It's not something that's going to be solved overnight. It's not going to be solved in a week or a month, probably. It takes time. This is not CSI on TV. It takes a lot of time.
The coroner says he's not sure of the race or gender of the person. He also said he's not sure how long that arm was in the water. Lexington police say they're looking for a man who robbed a tanning salon yesterday afternoon. They say a man walked into the Southern Rays tanning salon on Richmond Road, took out a handgun, and demanded cash. Investigators say the clerk handed over money and the robber took off. Officers used a helicopter and a canine unit to try to track him down, but they say they were unable to find anyone. Laurel County Sheriff's deputies are on the lookout for an armed robber this morning. Deputies say this man entered the Saddlebrook Dollar General at around 6 o'clock last night, armed with a handgun. They say he robbed the store clerk and then ran off. Investigators said they had a limited description of the suspect. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. Berea rescue crews pulled off a pretty dangerous rescue Saturday afternoon. Police tell us a man called 911 around 3 o'clock complaining of chest pains while hiking the Pinnacles. Crews caught up to him on one of the trails and, we're told, helped him get down safely. Later today, friends and family will dine to donate for a former UK football player hurt in a fall. Brad Durham fell from the upper deck of Commonwealth Stadium during the South Carolina game earlier this month. He's now recovering at Cardinal Hill Rehabilitation Hospital. His family says he's improving and could go home next week. Today, Johnny Carino's restaurants in Lexington will donate 20% of their sales to the Durham family. That money will be used to help pay medical bills. You can also make donations at any central bank. There are just 9 days left before the 2014 midterm elections, and Kentucky Senate candidates are ramping up their campaigns. Senator Mitch McConnell plans to attend a festival in Betaville before continuing a statewide bus tour with some of Kentucky's Republican congressmen tomorrow. Meanwhile, Allison Lundergan Grimes finished up a Central Kentucky bus tour in Madison County Friday night. Her campaign has not released any details on her plans during the upcoming week. Congressman Andy Barr and challenger Elizabeth Jensen will square off again tomorrow night for their second and final congressional debate. That debate will be at EKU's Center for the Arts tomorrow at 7. Jensen and Barr also went head-to-head last Monday on KET. The Affordable Care Act was a big topic in that debate. You'll be able to watch this one live on the CW Lexington, and WKYT's own Bill Bryant will moderate the debate.